That's a hard one.
I don't know.
That's a hard question.
Most people are fans of something. If not, they are bound to know someone who is. So why do we feel the need to study a phenomenon we seem so familiar with? In psychological and literary history, it has been suggested that obsession becomes identity, and obsession isn't far from indoctrination or brainwashing. In the mid-1800s, composer and virtuoso Franz Liszt's female fan frenzy was one of the first accounts of fan hysteria in history. In the 20th century, Beatlemania, NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys brought fan swarming, band tees, brooches, and the influence of teen magazines. For fans of One Direction and Justin Bieber, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram have allowed fans to thrive, as they have the freedom to share opinions and creativity online, and thus create a unique identity. It's interesting to discuss brainwashing in fans, as it has been under such scrutiny throughout history and literature. Both Sherman and Till discuss brainwashing in their texts, with Sherman disassociating fans and indoctrination, and Till encouraging and exposing it. In a survey that I conducted, 19 out of 21 individuals admitted that they have been a part of or are a part of some type of fandom. Out of those 19, 15 individuals actively use social media platforms to interact with other fans. Interestingly, 7 out of the 21 individuals surveyed suggest that fandom behaviour is a form of brainwashing. So what does my local community think of fans, their identity, and the idea that one's identity can be shaped by obsession?
What fandom or fan groups do you consider yourself to be a part of?
A lot.
So for the entertainment industry, I consider myself, especially in movie spaces, to be a huge fan of the Star Wars franchise.
TV shows like Riverdale and like old TV shows like One Tree Hill that are still really like popular.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. I'm a massive fan of Game of Thrones, like Breaking Bad.
Music-wise, mainly One Direction, 5 Seconds of Summer, and as of recently, and I mean about 3 months, Hamilton, which is a musical.
Which media platforms do you use to communicate with others in your fandom?
Usually Instagram. I have friends that watch like the same TV show, so I would tag them in the fandom's Instagram page.
Also mostly Facebook. Not so much the chat as much as like the pages in which you can like, especially these massive discussion forums that you can be a part of with other like-minded fans. They post like really good content, merchandise, even like memes and stuff like that.
Mostly Instagram, Snapchat. Not sure I'd consider Facebook. I do follow a lot of pages, but I don't really interact with people.
What aspects of yourself have you changed as a result of being in a fandom?
I incorporate, some of like the style and charm of some characters in what I do. Like my role models, what I look up to. Me being a big fan of like Drake and Kendrick, I do inspire to kind of dress in more of a hip-hoppy way in a sense, like ripped jeans, pullover jumpers and stuff like that.
When 5 Seconds of Summer became really popular in around 2014, that's when flannels started coming back and ripped jeans and all that. As they started to become really popular, so did clothes that weren't really worn, that hadn't been worn since about the 80s.
In what ways do you think celebrities such as Justin Bieber and Kylie Jenner have shaped the identity of teens?
Personally, I think it's in a negative way, but for me to critique it in that way is very typical of kind of like the older generation critiquing the ways of the younger generation in a sense.
They want to do basically nothing and be like her, like do the same hairstyle and the lips, just a phase probably.
I guess the positives are, becoming an artist, finding yourself and seeing how he's able to succeed in life.
Would you ever consider fandomism as a form of brainwashing, or is it a natural phenomenon for teens?
I wouldn't call it brainwashing.
No, I don't think it's brainwashing at all.
It's not like some cult thing, like regular society. There's expectations like knowing the most about a celebrity or having the most albums or having the most posters or merchandise or whatever. It's not brainwashing, it's just an expectation that people are trying to keep up with, like in everyday life.
With Kylie Jenner, I think that is brainwashing into buying her products.
For like all these thousands of teens to be addicted to one figure, it makes more sense to kind of allude brainwashing to what mass fan hysteria is like. Yes.